Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. And welcome to our guide on navigating the process of requesting the reconsideration of immigration decisions. Today, we will explore how applicants can seek a review of a refusal and the critical factors involved in this process. So, if you are someone who received a refusal for your Canada visa application, you might find this video useful. Or if you know someone who is in this situation, please share it with them. So, what are the basics of reconsideration requests and what is a reconsideration request? So, let's first understand what is a reconsideration request. A reconsideration request occurs when applicants submit additional information following a refusal, seeking a review of the original decision. It's a request for the decision maker to exercise discretion and potentially reverse or alter the previous decision. So, what are the legal basis for reconsideration? Very briefly, under the legal doctrine of functus officio, final decisions are not automatically barred from reconsideration, as established in one of the Federal Court of Appeal cases, specifically MCI versus Krukel in 2010. That means that decision makers have the discretion to consider decisions under certain circumstances. So, what is the criteria for reconsideration and when is reconsideration warranted? Reconsideration is typically reserved for exceptional cases. Merely disagreeing with the decision does not qualify as exceptional. The applicant must convincingly demonstrate why reconsideration is justified. So, onus is always on the applicant to prove this. The responsibility lies with the applicant to prove that reconsideration is warranted. This involves presenting compelling reasons or new material that was not available for or considered during the initial decision. So, what are the factors for reconsideration? The key factors that the visa officers uses in reconsidering their decision. Visa officers evaluate several factors when doing so, including whether procedural fairness was adhered to, if there were clerical errors, the emergence of new and material facts, the timing of the new evidence, and concerns around fraud or misrepresentation. Next comes the evidence assessment when you submit new evidence. If you're submitting new evidence in support of your reconsideration request, understand that it must be material and reliable. If you're submitting evidence that is or that was available at the original decision time but was not submitted, it needs, first of all, justification for its omission, and second of all, assessment of its materiality and reliability. So, how does the timing of the reconsideration request comes into play? The time elapsed between the original decision and the reconsideration request is a very crucial factor. Lengthy delays may impact the likelihood of reconsideration being granted. So, if you received a refusal, it may be prudent for you to submit a reconsideration request as soon as possible if you believe the decision was not justified. Now, let's discuss the fraud and misrepresentation aspect. Needless to say, you should avoid fraud or misrepresentation, be it in the original application or when you submit a reconsideration request. The IRCC takes any indication of fraud or misrepresentation, either in the original decision or in the new submissions, very seriously, and it can significantly affect the reconsideration outcome. So there you have it. I hope you now understand that requesting reconsideration of an immigration decision is a complex process requiring substantial evidence and clear justification. It's essential for you to understand these nuances to effectively navigate the reconsideration request. If you require any assistance in your visa application and seek reliable advice, please feel free to reach out to us. I'm Amir Ismail, and I'm an authorized immigration and citizenship consultant based in Toronto, Canada, who has been assisting clients since 1991. If you like our informative content, please consider subscribing to our social media channels. I wish you best of luck in your journey to Canada.